Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending upon your time zone. My name is Mohammed Azim and welcome to ReadyForex.com New York Forex trading session. I'm going to present Elliot Wave Analysis and Forex Forecast. I mainly use Elliot Wave to trade and forecast the market. If you are interested, you can also learn how to make money in forex trading. I teach different forex trading courses online and you can check out my website. There are different ways to contact me. Okay, let us take a look at some charts and see what's going on in different forex pairs. Okay, let us start with euro dollar currency pair. So Euro USD currency pair daily time frame. Now at this point in time I have two possible Elliott wave counts. The first wave count, which I already presented and uploaded inside a separate Euro USD YouTube video, you can check that out, but it seems to me market is still trying to rise up over here. So for first wave count is we're basically getting a bullish running triangle Elliott wave pattern, and sooner or later euro dollar is going to stop the rise. However, the way price action is moving up, we might even get a new high above 1.1834 level, then expect a top and a drop inside euro dollar currency pair. Now as far as the sell setup or short trading is concerned, right now I do not have a sell trading chance over here. You can go with the flow of the market. The trend is currently up, price action just keep printing higher swing highs and higher swing lows. So this was the resistance level at 1.1721 area, which is now acting as a support, and this is a classic pattern. This was the resistance right over here. Okay, and let me change the color. And now the same resistance level, once broken, is now acting as a support level. So we got a new push to the upside in euro dollar currency pair. Now let us take a look at some more charts. So this is the plan B, the alternative Elliott wave count, or which suggests that euro dollar is basically going to rise up more and we are going to get a bullish breakout to the upside over here. Okay, so once we get a new high, meaning a new bullish breakout over here, then I might look for a possible sell trade, because for the time being, the way market is moving up, this looks like to me market wants to go up further before we even get a top over here. If you check out the 1 hour time frame, you can notice there's no overlap over here. Okay, here we got the overlap right over here. This is the overlap, and this is telling me that market wants to go up a little bit more before we actually get a top over here. So it's an uptrend going on. We can draw a simple trend line over here. Let me change the color of this trend line. So right now at this point in time, we got this nice bullish trend line, and price action is moving up as well at the same time. Next one is the US dollar index. The DX, it is falling down, and I was expecting a drop. But the question comes that what if we get a new low? Well, if we do get a new low, then this is going to be some kind of a bearish running triangle pattern, or we might get an ending diagonal scenario. inside US dollar index. So 4 hour time frame, we got the breakdown and market is falling down. Now the way price action is falling, if we do get a breaks below 96.39 area, then obviously that's going to be an ending diagonal or a bearish running triangle, meaning expect further weakness in price action of US dollar index. Next, let us take a look at pound dollar. Pound dollar is going to rise up more. I don't think it's going to stop over here. We might get further upside. Now, how far I expect this market to go? Yesterday I did the analysis. So this is the level. Let me check it out. What's the level over here? The value of high is 1.36314. Okay, so 1.36314. I'm going to write it down this level over here. Okay. So once market is going to hit this level, then we might look for a possible trade setup or a chart pattern over here. Otherwise, it's also possible that pound dollar isn't going to stop. It's going to rise up even further. If you take a look at 4 hour time frame, price action is rising up, and this is where we got one overlap. Over here, no overlap. If you check out the 1 hour chart, 1 hour time frame also suggests bullish trend over here. So it's not a good idea to jump into the market and try to take a sell over here, try to trade against the market trend. That's not going to provide any benefit. Next one is the Aussie dollar. I told you guys Aussie dollar is going to rise up. This pattern, this ending diagonal, what looks like an ending diagonal, this is most likely going to fail. Okay, it's not going to stop over here. The Aussie dollar, it's going to rise up even further, and this is exactly what we are getting right now. The AUDUSD currency pair, we keep getting the high over here. So 0.6594, what we got over here. This high over here is a little bit different. 0.6618. Other brokerage firms, they're showing a bit different high. Anyways, the point is it's an uptrend, and I don't think Aussie dollar is going to stop the rise. Expect further upside in AUD/USD currency pair. Next one is the 4 hour chart. Same story, nice uptrend going on. Rainbow is bullish over here. If you check out the daily chart, it's also turning bullish over here. Next one is the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar looks bullish. I expect further upside in NZDUSD currency pair. This whole thing could probably turn into some kind of a triangle type situation, bullish running triangle. So it's still bullish. It's an uptrend. Okay. If you check out the 4 hour time frame, price action is rising up. So this was the strong resistance area which market is testing right now. This is where I told you guys that Aussie dollar and the NZDUSD pair, they are going to rise up more. Next one is the US dollar Swiss franc. Swiss franc is falling down, and it did not manage to break above 0.8057 area or 0.8054 area over here. So no breakout means price action is most likely going to print a new low. Okay, so the ending diagonal scenario, that's most likely going to work. Regarding the 4 hour chart of US dollar Swiss franc, the way I see Swiss franc is falling down, so I expect further weakness in price action of US dollar Swiss franc. If I take a look at this pattern over here, let's see what's going on. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, this was a failure right over here. So market is falling down. I think USD Swiss franc is going to drop more. I expect further weakness in price action of US dollar CHF currency pair. It's a downtrend. Okay. So the way market is falling down, we might get a new low before we get a bottom in price action. Next one is the spot gold. Spot gold, we got this nice bullish rally over here. Today it's actually showing kind of a bearish trading day over here, and the candlestick isn't closed. I mean, the daily time frame candlestick isn't closed yet, but it will get closed after a few hours time. So uptrend in spot gold. Now it would be a rare, indication that spot gold is going to drop. The way I see, spot gold trend is clearly up. These pullbacks are just going to provide you, buying spot or buying opportunities over here. That's all. The USDCAD downtrend, and I expect further weakness inside US dollar versus Canadian dollar currency pair. USDCAD is going to drop more. This looks like to me kind of a bearish symmetrical triangle pattern. So if we get a bullish pullback, overall price action is going to print a new low inside US dollar versus Canadian dollar currency pair. It's a downtrend. Next one is the 4-hour time frame. So same story. It's moving sideways. It's a kind of a range bound market. So if this is the wave count, if I count it, this is wave A, wave B to the downside, wave C, which has failed to print a new high. So market is most likely going to print a new low inside USD versus Canadian dollar currency pair. So look for potential, sell patterns. Next 1 hour over here, we got this nice breakdown. And here's a failure right over here. So the way I see, market is going to drop more. Next one is the US dollar versus Japanese yen currency pair. This looks like to me we got a bullish breakout, but it looks like to me it's a false breakout. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see what's going on over here. I'm going to remove all of these trend lines. And if you draw a simple trend line, you see we only got one candlestick close. Then we got this outside bar, this big body candlestick. We took out the previous candlestick closed highs and lows as well, but it did not exactly engulf it. But it took out the high, so it swept the high, and then market is falling down. We got 2 consecutive bearish trading days. This is the daily chart of US dollar yen. The way I see, market is going to drop. Okay, and this whole pattern looks like to me we're going to get a triangle or probably a flat pattern. In both cases, I expect, at least on a short-term basis, I expect a drop in price action of US dollar versus Japanese yen currency pair. The way I see, market is going to create a pullback, and then it's going to drop further. I will show you the rainbow in a second. Here's a breakdown of the support level, a clear breakdown over here, 146.83. That was the support. Price action took out the support level. So I'm bearish. My forecast is bearish, and the way market is falling down, this looks like to me a clear corrective pattern or part of a corrective wave. So my forecast is bearish. If you check out the rainbow is turning around, it's turning bearish. So a good idea is to go over to smaller time frame. Use the rainbow trading strategy. If you don't have the rainbow trading strategy, you can check out my website readyforex.com. Go over to the day trading system section, and from there you can learn it. So it's a clear downtrend over here, and got multiple sell trading opportunities along the way with this rainbow pattern, and the way I see market is going to drop more. If you check out the daily is still bearish. So the trend is still down in daily. The trend is also down in 15 minutes. The 1 hour is also turning around. It's also turning. The uptrend is turning into a downtrend. So the way I see USDJPY is probably going to drop further. Okay, next one is the WTI crude oil. The way I see crude oil is most likely going to rise up more before market is going to print a new low over here. So regarding the crude oil, WTI crude oil, I expect one more drive to the upside, a corrective wave pattern, and then expect further weakness in price action. Now, if we do get a breakout, like a break below this support level over here. Here's the support area. Let me draw a flat trend line over here. So this is the horizontal support, 63.70. So if price action is going to break below this level, we need kind of a consecutive bearish candlesticks below this level. Sometimes market just tries to test it and close one candlestick below the old swing low and then rise back up. That this one is also possible. So false breakouts or head fake, they are quite common. So my forecast is bearish. It's a downtrend going on inside WTI crude oil, and the way I see price action is going to rise up first and then it's going to resume the decline. Okay, if you check out the 4-hour time frame, let's go over to the 4-hour time frame. This looks like to me we got kind of a flat pattern over here. Then price action rised up over here. This looks like to me a pullback. So the way I see, we could get a new high in price action, and then price action is going to resume the downtrend inside WTI crude oil. Okay, if you like my forecast, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to type inside the chat box. Also check out my website readyforex.com. Okay, so these are the setups which I just discussed over here. So that's it from my side, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day and bye bye.